Hello guys and good morning. You find me on another adventure in Almaty, Kazakhstan. I think the hair's looking good still. It never lasts very long. They do all the styling and stuff. I go wash it and then it all goes to pot. But anyway, today I've been I've been on the internet and I found places worth visiting in Almaty. They give me 5, only 5, which is concerning. But we're going to go around and discover them today. This place here actually isn't on my map. I don't even know what it is. It's outside the Atakent Mall. But I'm not going in there because I'm actually on my way to another mall, which is one of the 5 places to visit. I don't know why. Why do you want me to visit a mall? Who knows? They got this fancy looking building behind this. So have a look. I literally just stopped here because I seen this. I thought, oh well, this is worth a thing. If you're wondering how far these places are, so most of them are all clubbed together, but the first one I'm going to, which is the other mall, is 2 hours away from my hostel and quite far away from the others, so I thought I'd get them out of the way and then I can tackle the others together. Well, yeah, look, they've got this fancy building here, look. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I've travelled for over an hour. I still got 45 minutes to go according to Google Maps. Although Google Maps is starting to wind me up because, well, part of the reason I've come this far out early is because yesterday, if you watched my eating video, I went home rather late in the dark. And what happened is it got dark. My Google Maps decided that it was perfectly reasonable for me, as you can hear, she's still on, to go through the ghetto in the pitch black with my sandals on. Also, the little light they have on the front isn't very good, so you can only see something like when it's immediately here. So when there's a grate with a hole in it or a curb, you literally see it as you sort of crash into it, which is quite alarming. So I'm hoping not to ride it too late at night. So yeah, I spent most of the morning trying to sort out a way of paying for things in China, because apparently most things that work outside of China don't work there, which is concerning. So I've still got to work that out. It's having problems. But anyway, in a second I'm going to get on the scooter again and make my way to this mall, see why it's listed as such an attraction and if it's even worth visiting. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to see you at the first destination. Alright, so I've made it just in time because it appears there's a massive storm coming. It's currently blocked, the building's blocked the wind mainly. What's important to note is that it looks really snazzy from the outside, so let's have a look what's inside and see if it's any good. It looks very modern. Let's have a look. I've got a feeling it's going to have loads of things that I can't afford, but I've come here to look, not buy. Oh God. Oh wow. Very snazzy. I am not a gambling man, but I can bet a lot of money that there's nothing in here that I don't ever need. The good thing about a mall is that I haven't eaten yet and I'm almost guaranteed to have some sort of food around here. That's very well, look at that. Alright, you're looking at me. What is that? Is that a Taycan? Oh, yeah, Taycan G or 4. This is really snazzy. Fendi. I think this is a mall for the rich and famous. Anyway, let's see what else I can find. Honestly, the looks I'm getting as I walk around here of "you do not belong," it's quite funny. Like, especially when people are looking at me sandals. They've got a sports shop. Oh, it's a sports memorabilia shop. Oh man, they got there. Got Red Bull, Ferrari, Madrid Stadium, Pirlo, Michael Jordan, Cafu. I've just seen the Liverpool top next to the Man United top. They need to sort that out. But yeah, hopefully, if anything, I'll get some food whilst I'm here. I didn't have any breakfast. I keep meaning to go to the shops, but the shop doesn't have anything that makes me think, oh yes, I can cook that at the hostel. So I've been eating out so far, as you've seen in my last video. But look. Oh, this appears to be a kid vlog. I'm turning the camera off. Alright, so aside this Chinese place, he just sent me these mushrooms, which are really nice. I've also got some chicken coming. I didn't realise how many mushrooms I get, but I am hungry, so that's always a plus. I'm trying to set up Alipay for when I get to China. I'm having great difficulty. Also tried to set up WeChat Pay. Didn't work either, so China could be an interesting one if I don't get this sorted. There could be a lot of begging, yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so the chicken dish has come and it's very spicy. I thought it'd be like, it's kind of like salt and pepper chicken, but like the extremely hot version. With the mushrooms it's going very well. It's also a lot more than I anticipated. But it's very spicy, it's very tasty. And this should get me through till tea time. Alright, so that was the mall. It's very fancy, but I didn't come all this way to look at malls. And the one in Astana had rides in it, and the other one had an ice rink, so it looks very good. Not the most impressive. But anyway, I've got a good hour up until my next destination, so I'm going to head back on the scooter. The Chinese is very good, but it was a bit pricey. But I need to sort of stop making these mistakes of buying the most expensive thing on the menu. I mean, I don't think it was the most expensive thing, but when you add them all together and then you add the drinks in, it starts to rack up. But anyway, I can't really film on the scooter, so I'll see you at my next place. So until then, have a bit of fun and I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, I just thought I'd stop when I spotted this monument. It's called the Independence Monument. It's in this fancy little square area. Like over this side of me you've got this massive park. You know, the road's quite big. It's more modern than I've seen so far. They've got a massive tower over there. But this is pretty cool. It's got statues. I think there's a fountain behind. Obviously a lot of traffic. I was going to go over there, but it doesn't seem to be a crossing, and this isn't one of the places on my destination of places to go, but I just thought it was interesting enough to stop my scooter, rest for a bit. I'm not going to lie, the scooter's pretty easy, but there's certain areas of the city which make it a bit more challenging. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I thought I'd stop, get an Instagram photo, and then I'm going to move on. Still got 20 odd minutes before my next destination. We're going for about 30. Hopefully the next few are quite close together, so I don't have to trek halfway across town for them. But yeah, there you go, the Independence Monument. Alright guys, so after what felt like an eternity on a scooter and a much more dangerous trip than I anticipated, we have made it alive to this building. So you're probably thinking, all right, so it's a glass building. We've got loads of those. We've got loads of those in Manchester. Yes. But technically, this isn't the destination I'm after. This is a way of getting to the destination, and what we're here for lies inside, so let's have a look. All right, so we are going to go in a cable car. Now, this wasn't cheap. In fact, to be honest, it was quite expensive, but I wanted to get a different site from Almaty, because the rest of them are all quite close to here, and yeah, I'm going to wait and see if I can get my own cable car. So that way I can speak to people. There don't seem to be anyone else queuing up here. There's also things for rides, roller coasters, stuff like that, but nah, I haven't got that sort of money. I've been on a Ferris wheel. Here we go. We're getting a red one, which is usually a sign of danger. But you never know. If we're quick, we can get on this one before this family joins me. That way I can talk to you unedited. Oh Christ. There doesn't seem to be much element for safety. There's no one here watching in case I fall and die, or to manually close the doors. But it appears the family are too slow. So, here we go. I actually don't know what's at the top of this either. So, alright, I'll pause for a minute and I'll show you the sights as we go up. Here we go. Let's prepare to see the sights of Almaty from a different angle. You might get a bit of an echo because I am sort of in a tin can. There we go. Oh yes. Look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it? So this cable car goes right up to the hills, I believe. In fact, you can sort of see it. If you see the Ferris wheel, you can't even see that from here. Christ. Oh, that didn't sound good. Alright, so what's interesting is Almaty is not the capital Astana is, but it seems a lot larger than Astana. Astana seems a lot more compact, a lot more high rises, but Almaty's it's got more depth to it, but it's also got, I've just realised I'm filming the sky, but it's also got like more, how would you put it, it's more spread out, like there's more urban areas to open areas, like it is massive. That's why it's taken me like hour and a half to get halfway across the city, and I've probably not even scratched the surface, and I won't get to experience the full thing whilst I go around Almaty, because I just haven't got enough time. But it is crazy to think like how big it actually is. Like we're going out of the city now, I'm going up to the top there. It's just fantastic, isn't it? I mean, I hope the people viewing this appreciate my bravery. I'm really not a fan of heights. Not in the slightest. There's also a weird breeze in here, which makes me slightly concerned. And when it goes over the little track things, it makes a horrendous noise. It makes me feel like it's just going to be instant death. But anyway, I'll meet you all at the top. Look at this place. It appears to be some sort of theme park, dream party. That's pretty cool. I actually had no idea what they had up here. They do have a toboggan track, which I might have a look at, but I think I'm just going to get a coffee for now. Maybe not a coffee, maybe just something to drink. I'm quite thirsty. But yeah, that's pretty cool. They've got a massive tower, but you can't really see it. The camera won't pick that up. They've got an upside down house. That's pretty funky. But yeah, let me get something to eat and I'll go, get me a drink, sorry, and I'll go see what this toboggan looks like. All right, so this is what we come all the way on the cable cart for. Beautiful views of Astana. Look at it. Sorry, Almaty, not Astana. That's gone well. Look at that. We're up here, we're past the clouds, which is why it's all foggy. But I'm going to attempt to go on this thing, which looks considerably dangerous. But I need to work out where to get a ticket from. So, wish me luck with that. Alright, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to go on the toboggan today, which is quite upsetting. And there doesn't seem to be much else up here for me to do. The rest of it's really aimed at kids. I'm going to try and go get a refund. So yeah, back down the mountain we go. Alright, so after the disappointment of getting to the top and not being able to ride the toboggan thing, or the fast coaster they called it, I've just found out that the Green Bazaar, that was one of the things I meant to see, is not open today, which leaves me with 2 places left. So I'm going to head to the next one now. It's about 25 minutes away. If you can hear that, I've just set Google Maps up so she keeps talking to me. But hopefully it won't take too long. I'm starting to get a bit tired now, I'm not going to lie. But we're going to keep going, get the last 2 destinations boxed off, and if I'm lucky I can make it back to the big lake near my things to see sundown. So let's hope and pray for that. Alright, so we have arrived at the next destination. It is the Profinov Guardsman's Park. And for a start off, the entrance is pretty cool. It's got this massive guard outside, monument. It looks pretty cool. On the map it looks massive, I'm not gonna lie, I could be in here for a while. I might not get out alive. But yeah, we're gonna go through, see what's in here, because there's a lot of parks here, so I don't know what makes it stand out that it's a must-see in the top 5 places in Almaty. But that's what we're here to find out. So let's go have a look. So straight away, I think this is this park must pay respects to people from the past, people of authority. There's a lot of people who died in 1941, according to these things. Now I'm going to quickly double check something and I'll get back to you. Okay, so yeah, so what makes sense now is I forgot that Kazakhstan was a former Soviet Union, so these are monuments to people who died in the Second World War against the Germans, like commanders and stuff like that. So yeah, that explains an awful lot, because you don't really associate Kazakhstan with the Second World War, but you know, when you remember they're part of the Soviet Union, oh my god, it makes a lot more sense. Well, like, they've got little market stalls here selling stuff. Guy selling war hats. I don't want a war hat, I'm not gonna lie. But here we go. This is more relevant. I've only got a walking tour going on. But yeah. So if you can see straight ahead, we've got the star of the Soviet Union. It's a reminder of its past. I'm going to show you something in a minute that's behind me. But we're going to go this way for now. Lady's doing a walking tour. So look. They've got a thing burning for an eternal flame. I think this is like a sort of ceremonial thing for people who have passed. Yeah, look. Star, burning flame. This is history right here. Now, what I walked past, that you want to say, oh my god, there's cannons over there. But there's this. Look at that. So it's obviously a monument to the war. If you can see, you might not be able to see, we've got the stars on their helmets, which represents them being part of the Soviet Union's army. They played a heavy part during the war. Many people from here would have died. So yeah, I need to look up where my camera's pointing. I'm sorry, but yeah. Like, it's easy to forget with borders changing, countries gaining independence, that places like this did have an involvement in the war. You know, it's been a long time. It's, you know, we forget things, but there's simple reminders when you visit these places that these things do exist. They did like a powerful image. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's go have a look at these cannons, and then we'll move on, because I'm going the wrong way here. But when you see something like this, then you got to come and have a look, haven't you? All right, so let's have a look at these. So straight away you've got this one. This is a howitzer, 1938 model. Had a crew of 8 people just to fire it. It's impressive. And then you've got this one down here. This is the previous model howitzer. Again, this is a 1.5 millimeter firing cannon. Oh, he's been decommissioned now. But yeah, another 8 people to thing it. And this, at the bottom here, is a mortar fire. Six men it would take to carry one of these, just to operate it. 120mm caliber, 5,500 meter range, 275 kg. Yeah. But yeah, these are just remnants of a time that it's easy to forget, but it's very interesting. I do like my history, to be fair. Yeah, they've got similar models over here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this one and then we'll move on. Yeah, look. Recoilless cannon, 1954. Again, 5-man crew to shoot it. It's crazy, isn't it? All right, we'll move on from here now. We'll see what else this Guardson's Park has to offer. But I'm going to pause for a bit so I can take some Instagram photos. And yeah, we'll move on in the other direction. All right, so I just walked for a few minutes and found this. This is the Ascension Church. I've forgotten the name already. 1 second. It is. It's called I know it's called the Ascension. Ascension Cathedral, Almaty. It can hold a capacity of 4,000 people. It's an Orthodox church, and apparently it's got 4 domes. The middle one representing Jesus Christ, and the 4 on the outside representing the evangelists. It's mightily impressive. It's got all these thingies. It's fancy. If I was to guess, I wouldn't have thought it was a church for Jesus Christ, but then who am I to assume? It's got this open area, people can play, use toys and stuff like that. It's quite fancy, this park. Yeah. Almaty's just nearly as much as a surprise as Astana, to be honest. It's very picturesque, there's lots to do. There's lots of pigeons everywhere. But yeah. Also, it's weird because obviously in Astana there was that massive mosque, and now we've got this massive church, which shows that it's very open to what's it called? It's a very open to different religions, which I wouldn't have known before I came here. Yeah. Oh, I'm okay, thank you. It's okay, I don't want no. Bless you, try to sell blackberries, but I'm not really that hungry. There is lots of people selling stuff out here. It's obviously a big attraction. There's lots of people around here. But yeah, here you go, here's the church on the other side. It's pretty impressive, I have to admit. They got this as well. I don't know what that means. Most of the stuff is in Russian as well. Anyway, we'll see what else they've got in this park. It's very relaxing walking through this park. There's someone playing a guitar. It's nice and green everywhere. It makes a change from being out of the city. I do think we are coming to the end of the park. I can see cars in the distance. But no, I think it makes a nice change from the malls and the concrete jungle I've been sailing through on the scooters. I think we've got one more place to go before I try and head back and catch the sunset to end this video. If not, well, we'll find an alternative ending. But yeah, so we'll see you at the next place. Alright guys, so I had to dump the scooter. We're getting quite close to what will be our last stop of the day, I think. Yeah, it's slowly starting to get dark. I don't want to be out too late. Travelling that scooter at night is treacherous, to say the least. But I think the last place was a street. Oh, right, I can turn her off now, because I'm pretty sure I found it. So, yeah, so it's a street rather than a place. So, well, for a start, there's no cars on the street, which tells me it's built for the tourists. So let's have a look. So straight away, it's very colourful. Got all these things here, things for kids. It's pretty cool. Ice cream stand. I don't know what that is. It looks like they play music at it. I think this is more of a nighttime thing. There's a chicken. Yeah. It's sort of, yeah, it is starting to get dark. It's probably why it's getting busier. But yeah, this must be where the nightlife is. Oh, this means I'm here early. To a shame. But maybe this is where people come for their nights out. I don't think there's much of a drinking culture in Kazakhstan, or if there is any. Nice flowers in here. I just heard my name. I don't think it was for me though. But yeah, they've got lots of fancy stores, yeah. Who knows? Does anyone know if Kazakhstan people drink? If you do, let me know in the comments. But, yeah. But it seems very pretty. They've got like restaurants and stuff like that. But I've definitely spent enough money shopping today. No more. I think I'm just going to get some ramen noodles from the shop. There's a smell of urine as well, which I don't understand. Yeah. Let me see what else they've got around there. They've got like things in the middle, like, I don't know. They've got these things, I don't know what they are. But they're pretty cool. It seems like there's a lot of young people around here. Maybe it's like a hangout, you know. I don't know, it's been a long time since I was a teenager. Is it like an open shopping centre? I really don't know. But we're at this bit, look, so look, we've got decorations everywhere. It's very pretty. Maybe it would be pretty cool to have a night out around here, but I'm not really in the sort of space of doing that. There's, like I said, lots of people here. Now they're riding the scooters. I was told I can't ride the scooters. And interesting with the scooters is you use Google Maps to get around, but then the scooter has like black sides of the map, so it just stops your thing halfway through. You have to push it, which is really frustrating. Which is why I dumped mine. But yeah, I like it. It's pretty groovy, this place. You've got all the things out here, look. Electric screens. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to get on the old Google, see what this street's about, see why it's so popular. And I'll try not to sit on this piece of wood with nails sticking out of it. And I'll get back to you. Alright, so after a quick Google search, I didn't actually learn anything. What I did learn, it was created in like 1980. And it became the first pedestrianised street in Kazakhstan. So there's some information for you. But yeah, it looks cool. Seems like a fun place to be. But it's starting to get dark, so I'm going to make my way across town. But it seems quite cloudy, so I don't know if I'll be able to get the sunset, but we'll see. But I'm going to try and get a drink from like a shop or something, some water. I'm very thirsty. Let's see how we get along. Alright guys, so I made it all the way back here just in time to realise that in order to watch the sunset, the sun has to be out. But nevertheless, I think other than the fact that they won't let me on the toboggan and the Green Bazaar was closed, I think it's been quite a good day. I've enjoyed it. It's a good job you have them scooters here, because I'd never be able to fit all that into one day. I've been on that scooter for nearly 3 hours, and I must admit after a while they start to really hurt your ankles, especially when you get uneven ground. But like I said, I want to be able to see all the things I've shown you today. I've got one more day left. I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I might try and go to the Green Bazaar. We'll see how I feel in the morning, because at the moment my body aches a bit. And I've got some stuff I need to sort out before I leave for my next destination. Now, it's either going to rain or a bird has just soiled on me. So if it starts raining, that'll be a great end to the video. But either way, you won't see that, because this video is coming to an end. So if you made it this far, thank you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Until next time, peace.